What is this? A Saturday night? Daylight savings time is coming, and the Jays and the Dodgers are at it in Game 7. We got all kind of things going on in this world tonight. We're going to be doing the full-time professional or side hustle professional Baccarat. Tonight, we are going into the next level of what we call the King's Banker Markov Chop. And Soup Campbell's been talking to me, and I hope that I've got it down how he's related his modification that I was supposed to show a couple of nights ago, but then I stubbed my toe because I played it wrong, and it didn't work out very well. And Soup said, "Yeah, it didn't work out well because you played it wrong." So good for him. I'm going to try to do it right tonight, Soup. And if Cali KB will tune in, I'm going to try to do it right for Cali KB too, because we all want to be on the same page. Get everybody in the house in here. We're going to use Chuck Ritter's D'Alembert betting ladder, which I have come to like quite a bit for the way that we play. I do like up 10, down 9, but Chuck plays up 5, down 4, but he plays it with $25 units, and that's a really, really good way to play it. So we're going to try it that way tonight, and I'm going to try to do exactly like Soup said. And if something goes haywire, goes wrong, and I did it right, well, then we're going to have to make a revision to where we are 100% winners. But if I do it right, and as Soup has said, I think we're going to turn out okay. So we will see how that goes. Hey, Chuck Ritter, how you doing? Good evening, King, and all you special people. We have special people here, that is for sure. Hey, Crystal Lewis, good evening, happy Saturday night. And Act 7733. You are good to see you tonight. Um, JP, is that who you are, Jay? Is that JP, Act 7733? I hope so. Michael Steinfeld, my friend, good evening. So we're going to get a couple more in the house, and we're going to try to do the King, the Soup, and the Chuck way of playing Baccarat, and we will see how that goes tonight. I'm not going to do a baseball bet to begin it. We're just going to kick it right off with chopping the player, and we got two bankers right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do a no bet here until we get a player win up there. And that's not it. We almost had it, but the banker sneaked back in the way he will do sometime. These are no bets. Oh my goodness gracious! Well, it is a good evening, is it not? I'm hopeful that that Toronto can close this thing out tonight, because it's nice to have a north of the border team win the World Series. It's only fair, since, like I've joked about before, since the Stanley Cup's been won by a team in Florida for 2 straight years, doggone it, it only makes perfect sense that Toronto would win the World Series. So I hope their pitching stands up to this 3-0 lead, and they put this thing away. And we took the series into November, which is very unusual, or I believe it's unusual. I think it usually is over in October, but this year we went all the way into November with the World Series. Hey, Trish Graves, you got to be feeling good right now. Certainly hope that 3-0 lead stands up. I thought that Indiana University might have been in a trap game today on the road at Maryland, but as it turned out, Maryland didn't have the horses, and so the game did. It far went above what the Vegas odds and the Vegas point spread was. So Indiana has won again, and now they're going to be going into Happy Valley to face Penn State. I think that's who they got next week. So they got Penn State and Purdue left. And then, of course, probably Ohio State in the Big Ten championship. That is, if they get that far. You got to win every game. We got 17 in here. That's enough. Hey, Joseph Gorecki. We're going to play the Soup Campbell modification of the King's Markov betting. So I call it King's Soup Markov. That's what I call it. It's a two-step, kind of like a Texas dance. It's a chopping the first player, and if you lose, is coming right back with a second bet. So it's a 2-bet thing at the most, a 1-bet thing at the least. And all we need to do in the King's way of playing is to win 1 bet. We don't have to beat them the whole shoe. All we got to do is get ahead 1 bet. We're going for a $125 session win tonight. We're using Chuck Ritter's up 5, down 4. That's up $125, down $100. These are units of 25 up 5, down 4. We're going to try to chop this player win right here. We're going to try to chop it with a $25 banker win. Now we are at 3,604,494. So that's where we're starting. So if I dig myself a big hole, you can see how far I am by looking at this. Hey, Kevin Sprouse, good evening. So we're playing, Kevin, we're playing the King and Soups modification to the Markov bet. It's a two-step bet against one player against two players, stopping after you win one bet. They definitely did say the Dodgers were going to win, but then you know what? It's 3-3, and the Jays have got to close it out here. And that's one of the things I say about sports. I like sports so much because you have to actually play the game. And I love baseball because there's no clock. There's 27 outs. You got to get all of them. Or as that one game the other night, you had to get 54 outs, I think it was, because you had to get 18 innings worth of outs. I do love baseball because there's no clock. They put a clock on the hitter and all that kind of stuff, but you can't run out the time on it. You have to actually get the 27 outs, and that's why I like it. So we're going to play $125, Chuck Ritter style. That's 5 units of 25. And we will try to chop this player with two bets if we have to. Let's see how it goes. And with that loss, we're going to come back and play it one more time, a $250 bet. Okay, so King, you're in it again. I love this. Okay, so the next bet's going to be $350. But we're going to have to get a reset. I got to get a banker win and then flip back over to a player. So the player is streaking now. As long as I play it right. I don't know if I'm playing it right or not. But we will see, because Soup's going to check out the video, and Cali KB will check it out as well. And we'll see if we're doing this right. We got a player streak going here. We're not betting anymore. We lost the first two bets, or actually the second and the third. But the player is streaking now. And the banker has won a bet. So now we got to have a player win after those 6. We got to have a player win to try to come back. We got a no bet here. And now we got 2 banker wins. Oh, shoot, that's right. Chuck, is it the next bet's 375, right? Because we did 125, 250. The next bet's going to be 375. Okay, good. Thank you. Because it is 125, 250, 375, right, Chuck? I think that's what it is. So we got a player win there. So if I'm correct, we're going to play 375. If I'm not, I will be adjusting as we go, because I want to try to get this right. These are modifications put in by 2 of our best players, Soup and Chuck, that I trust implicitly. So let's see what a 375 bet on the banker does here. Okay, so we got that win. So now if I've got this thing right, we go to 275 on the next bet, because we are actually only down $19. 3,604,475. We started at 3,604,494, so we're only down $19. But if we want a 375 bet, we could go all the way back to the $125 bet, and that's probably what we should do, because if we can win a $125 bet, we're up over 100. So you make your decision on this, however you like it, or tell me what to do. Chuck, tell me, do you want to go down to 275, or do you want to go back to 125? You tell me what you want to do, and I'm going to do that, because it doesn't really matter. We finally won a bet. I'm feeling like it's New Year's Eve to have won a bet after the way things went night before last, or 3 nights ago, I guess it was. So does a player win? So if I don't see anything, so I don't know if you guys want me to go to 275 or not, but But I would go to 125 here. So I'd reboot it. We lost two hands, we won one. Generally speaking, no matter how I'm betting, if I lose two, win one, I'm pretty much even. So I'm going to restart. That's the safest way to do it. So I'm going to bet 125 here, and we'll see how this goes. And there's the win. And that's what I was wanting. So now we are at 306, 3604, 594. We're up $100. What do you want to do? You want to? Oh, I can't go 275. Okay, so what we'll do is I'll try to play another session. So we're up $100. I'm going to try to play another session. Let's get a player win and tempt fate. The great thing about how I'm playing is you don't have to win the whole shoe. All you have to do is go up one bet, because this is professional play. You want to make your money every day. I don't care how much you're playing for. You can play for 1,000, and if you win 1,000, well, then that you're done for the day. You can win 1,000 a day, 500 a day, 400 a day. A lot of guys are winning 400 a day out there, or you can win 100 a day, whatever you want it to be. So let's get a player win here, and we're going to bet 125. We're going to restart. And whatever it is, there's the player win. We got $125. This is the restart of the Chuck Ritter, up 5 units to 25, down 4 units to 25, using Soup's modification of my Kings Markov bet to where it's a 1-2 bet. So here you go, $125 on the banker. There's the win. Now I'm content. Now I feel like I'm centered with the universe again, because we had won for 2 years just about. And the other night was the first time I got my head handed to me. And then I found out that I'd actually played it wrong. And so I'm disqualifying that night. As it's my show, doggone it, I'm saying that night didn't happen because I screwed up the bet. And you could see tonight how much better it worked as I followed what I think was Soup's guidelines. So Soup, you whenever you see this thing, you tell me if you think I did it right. This is what I call the King Soup Markov 1-2. You're taking 2 chances to chop the player bet. And so this is the simple way that it is. And you can see we lost that one, then we won that one, we won that one, we won that one. That's 3 straight wins. And we started with, get back there. We started with 3,604,494. We're at 604,713, so $219 in wins tonight. And I think we'd win more if we kept going, but I don't ever want anybody to do that. I want you to set your amount, win your amount, and leave. That's one of the values of it, is of what we're doing, is you decide when you start playing, you decide when you stop playing. But one of the things you're going to do when you stop playing is you're only going to stop on a win. You're not going to stop on a loss, because you're going to have the bankroll 50 times your amount. So we would have 50 times $125 tonight, which is right at about 6,000 would have been the bankroll. That would have been adequate for anything we were going to. How I played it wrong, Gil, was I only played one bet the other night. And so it's supposed to be a double bet. And so if I lost to the player on the one bet, like right here, I would be gone. Right there, I would be gone. And right here, if it pairs up the way it does sometimes, and only the pair, you win because you played a bet twice. And so what you're going to do is you're going to bet that it's going to chop the player. If it loses one time, then you're going to take a second shot at it. And that second shot at it is often very critical, because your 51 to 49 edge gets exponentially larger as you go. Now, as in right here, let's look at this big road here. We got 4, I'm going to count up the banker wins. We got 4, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We got 17 banker wins. So how many player wins do we have? We got 4, 7, 10, 13, 14, 15, 16. See, that's how it balances out. There's 17 bankers there to 16 players. Oftentimes it comes out about even. And so we're playing banker only, which is going to guarantee you to be at 49, 50, or 51%. The way we play this game, a 40% win ratio gets you the money. This is the beauty behind the curtain. You need to win 40% of the hands for you to be profitable. And the other night, I mean, we won like 23% because I played this wrong, and that's why we got our head handed to us. And Soup was about to die in his emails with me about, man, oh man, there's no way you were ever going to win. So I made the modification that he had intended from the very beginning. As you can see, this is how it worked out. But all we got to do is win 40%. If we win 40%, we win our money every time. And so we're shooting for it. And of course, if you win 49%, it's actually going to be very easy to win. And you quite well could win 51% or even higher, because you could get a misrepresented banker wins to where you have 60% banker wins in a short period. But anyway, this is why we did it this way. You need $6,250. Chuck just put it up because he did the math for me, to play at a 25 minimum bet. So that's $125. That's 50 times the bet. So no matter what you're playing at, you need 50 times the bet to guarantee it. Now, you really rarely will ever need that. But the thing is, you want to have it just in case you do run into the planets aligning against you, like they sometimes can. And so if they do, I want you to get your money. I don't want you to have to leave the casino because you ran out of money when you had the system that would get you the win. And that's what I talk about a lot of times. The ways the casino can get you is you run out of money, you didn't show up with enough bankroll to support the level of bet that you had, or you're playing at a Native American casino that they sometimes have very close minimums and maximums. That's how they squeeze you out. Like Chuck was saying, the one he's playing now has a 25 minimum and 2,000 maximum. But Corey Jensen has some out there in Iowa that have a 25 minimum and 1,000 maximum. And like Corey went in there one night and bet at $400 the first bet, lost, bet $800 the second bet, lost, and then looked around the table and went, holy crap, I'm in trouble. And that's what happened. If they have a 25 minimum, 1,000 maximum, you have to start very low, because you got to be prepared in the event you lose a few hands. But you go to places like Vegas that are 25 minimum, 10,000 maximum. That's what Horseshoe is, where I go to play. And that gives you plenty of, I call it, breathing room in your bet. So thank you very much to all you guys. We're back on cue now. I will be waiting for Soup to weigh in to see did I make any mistakes tonight. But I'm liking Chuck's D'Alembert of $125 up, $100 down. You saw how it worked tonight. After losing the first two and winning the third hand, we were virtually even, which we like to be. If you win 1 out of 3, we want to be even. All of this comes together on mathematics, and this is why it's such a strong way to play. Everything is based in math, and everything is based in math toward getting you that one win, because that's all you need. All you need is one. And to get the one, all you need to do is win 40% of your hands. So we have found the way that you play the even money game, the 50-50 game. This is how you do it. It won't necessarily work at games that aren't 50-50. So that's why I'm encouraging Baccarat and Baccarat only, as it is the closest thing to 50-50 you're going to find. All we got to win is 40%. All you got to get ahead is one bet. That's how you do this thing as a professional. You have the bankroll. Now you got the selection way, you've got your patience and your discipline, and you are going to make your money, and that's what we want out here for you. Hit a like on the way out, if you would, please. This is the first night of November. We're going to be back on November the 3rd, and look at this again, and we're going to gradually bring this thing down to where everybody's ready to play professionally, and then we'll stop giving it to everybody out there for free, which is what it is now. This is better than anything you're going to find anywhere, and there's so many people selling them systems for $1,000 and stuff. And I've dug into them, and none of them will show you how to bet because they don't know how to bet. So good night to all of you. Crystal Lewis, thank you for doing it. Trish Graves, fingers crossed, get those Blue Jays across the finish line tonight. Michael Steinfeld, thank you so much to all of you. Thanks for joining tonight. The King appreciates you very much. I hope you didn't have to pay too much to listen to me yap. Oh, that's right. You didn't have to pay anything. That's perfect. That's exactly the price, because I don't want any money from anybody anyway. I want everybody to win, because we don't like casinos. I want you to be able to win every time. And that's why we're doing it like we're doing it. God bless you all. Thank you, Chuck Ritter. Hit that like button on the way out. It just makes me feel better. Thanks a lot.